What's up everybody, it's Eli here from TreeFall Studios, and we're back today continuing our Unity tutorial series creating a micro game. I'm actually moving the upload date of these videos from Friday down to Tuesday, and my regular videos about my games and other game development tips will be still coming out every Friday. I'm going to try to speed these videos up with my instruction and to get them a little bit shorter. So today we're going to tackle just a tiny topic. We are going to be basically parenting the camera so it follows us around, and then we're going to be making a short script that shows us how to pick up items. We're not going to be handling the score yet. We're going to do that later so we can display score on UI, but we're going to basically set up the empty container to do so. So first off, we're going to do a very simple parent camera thing here. We're going to go ahead and take this main camera. Actually, we're going to put the player controller up here. We're just going to parent this. Eventually, we will write a script for this to where we actually position the camera. But for now, I'm not doing that episode just yet, and it'll be easy enough just to go ahead and have it follow us along. So basically, we want to get this a little bit closer and pull it up just a tad. And then we're going to kind of rotate this so we're kind of getting a top-down view, basically. Yeah, let's see something like that. Let's play this and see how that looks. And then now, basically, as we move around, you should see we can continue on, and the camera is just going to follow us along. So for now, we're just going to do something simple like this, and eventually we might add some scripts to it and move this independently. Alright, so for our first trigger volume tutorial, we're going to be placing some basic items. And since we're using all primitives and no art for this tutorial, we're just going to go here to Game Object, Create 3D Object, and we're going to do, I was going to do spheres, but capsules? Nah, let's go with circles. Because these will be like little coins, basically. And let's just shrink these up. Well, let's zero this out to 0 and pull it up. Yeah, I think that's like a little too big compared to our player controller, so let's cut this in half. And let's go back here and create a material just for testing purposes and call this gold pickup. We're going to go here to the albedo. We're going to change this. Honestly, let's do like a more golden shine. Let's give it a smoothness value and make it a little bit metal. So like that. There we go. And let's go here. We're gonna go ahead and click on the trigger, the is trigger function on the sphere collider. We can do some animations to these to make these at least pleasing to the eye. Is that too? Let's keep them on 1.5. Actually, let's not duplicate this yet. So here we're going to call this pickup. Excuse me. And then we're going to add a component to it, and we're going to call this item pickup. All right, this is going to compile and load for just a sec. This is going to show you something super useful. This will basically be very simple. However, this is the basics of all trigger volumes. So you got this checkbox here that come with Unity colliders, and if you enable this, the collider can be used in the script to trigger events. And you basically have the Unity engine telling you when something enters this collider, it has been triggered. When you have the trigger set, this will not be a physical collider where you'll bounce off of it, but you'll pass through it. And anytime something enters that collider, you can trigger some code. So if we go to our item pickup here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Taking a second to load. A little too long there. All right, so in our script, we can go down here and we can call this void on trigger enter. And you can see it already pre-fills this. So we're looking for a type of collider and we're naming it other. You can leave it that, but you can change this to other things to check for other things, because you can do on trigger enter 2D and do 2D collider checks, stuff like that. Okay, so basically, well, let's do it the way I normally do it. So we're going to go up here. Actually, no, we can do it this way. See, you already have this basic tag here that is built into Unity called player. So we're going to go ahead and tag our object with this tag player. So in our script here, we're going to say if other, which is getting the name of the collider passed in, dot tag equals player. So if the name of the tag matches player, then we're going to do something. So we're going to have basically a, let's say, actually we need to make that first. So we need to make another script, create C# script. We're going to call this like score manager. And then we're going to, yeah, we need to, it's going to reload. We're going to need to open this one up, score manager. And then we're going to just do this the most simple way possible. This is not exactly efficient, but we're going to have a public value, a public int here called total score. And this is just how we're going to do it for now. And this script is going to basically hold the score for the level. You're going to add up total score, as in your total collectible score, and then it's going to save it at the end of the level. So for now, this is just going to say public total score. We're not going to do anything else here for now, but what we are going to do is go to our item pickup, and we're going to reference score manager, and we're going to call it score manager script, so we know what we're working with. And then actually, yeah, that's fine. All right, we're going to do this really inefficient just to keep the sake of this video short, because we're already at 7 minutes. So what we're going to do to find this game object, we're going to make this more efficient in the future. However, for now, we're just going to go score manager script is equal to game object dot find, and then we're going to call it score manager. You know, we don't really want to do this because you don't want to be searching through actually, we just need to do get component. Ignore my bad typing. There we go. So we're going to do it like this. You don't want to be searching through every single game object when you have a ton of game objects. You don't want to be searching through all the names of all the objects. However, for this scene, it's going to be so simple, we can just do it pretty quickly. So we're going to create a game object called score manager, just like we just typed out. You got to have it to match the case exactly. And then we're going to add the score manager script to it, and that'll show you your total score. All right. So we're now referencing our script, our score manager in script, and now we have our trigger code that says on trigger enter. If you hit the player, what we're going to do is we're going to do we're going to go to our score manager script, and we're going to go to total score, and we're going to plus equals 5. We're going to say that each one of these is worth 5. And then what we're going to do is going to go to destroy game object. So what this does is, we can get rid of this for now, and this, clean this up, simple. So basically this simple code says, hey, you have a trigger volume on this object. Something hit that trigger volume. If that something was the player, we are going to go to our score, and we're going to add 5 to our score, and then we're going to get rid of the item pickup. So this should automatically work with duplicate objects. So let's move these around like Pac-Man. something like this. All right. So if you click play now and we follow down, the camera will be following us. We'll have these items floating in the world, and as you pop them, they will disappear and we'll be adding our score. How do you know it's adding our score? Well, you can pause here, click on Score Manager, and you can see our total score is 30. So that is all we're gonna do in this video. I'm rounding out 10 minutes. I wanted to try to get these in 5, but it's kind of hard to explain everything. But from this basic setup, we can now do more to our items. We can animate our items, we can make them play sound effects when they're picked up, and we can take that score value, we can save it into our actual game data, and we can display it on the screen using UI. And that's what we're gonna be doing in the next video. So this video was basic setting up a trigger volume and showing how you can use that trigger volume to pick up items. And then after we advance these items, we're going to be showing you how to use trigger volumes to do things where moving objects are the goal, like making elevators. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like down below. Leave a comment if this series is actually helpful to you. This is reaching a very niche portion of my audience, but I'm going to keep finishing this video series up till we have a small working game. Let me know if you like these videos, if you want them shorter, longer. How is the instruction pace, that kind of thing. Do I need to be more detailed or less detailed? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, before I go, I got to give a huge shout out to everybody who supports TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. I got to give a personal shout out to Carmen Red, Overhyped Gamer, and Shark and Minnow. Thanks for what you do for TreeFall Studios on patreon.com. If you're interested in supporting this channel, you can check out the links down below for the Patreon page, and you can also check out any of our games down below. You can pick up our games on Steam or on PlayStation. Give them a try, have some fun, and that also supports me and the channel. But all right, guys, I will catch you in the next video. That's going to do it for today.